Hey everyone, welcome to project call number 18. Sorry about last week. I messed up the project call numbers. The last project call was 17, not 16. So we're getting into our 18th call now. It seems like I've been doing this forever now, but I'm really excited that we're getting a lot closer to launching all of our products. So I wanted to kind of go over some agenda pieces and go over minting, marketplace, and auctions. As some of you may know, we had to pull down the minting for our own reasons. We had some discussions internally, and what we released wasn't fully exactly what we wanted. So we're pulling it down. We're going to recalibrate it and then launch it along with all the other products that we have planned for the end of this month or early Q1 2022. Really, our goal for all of these product releases is roughly around Christmas time. As everyone knows, Christmas is like a hard deadline to stick by because people go, it's the holidays and stuff gets crazy. So, we are putting kind of like a release date out there. It's not really Christmas, but it's going to be kind of Christmas time. We just want everyone to kind of be aware. We are really pushing for that, but it's really just our best hopes at this point. We're confident we're going to be able to do it, but we don't want anyone to be upset if there's not a Universe Marketplace on Christmas morning. But Q1 2022 early, you can for sure know we're going to have all that released for everyone to be using. So minting will probably only be down for a month. And if anyone minted anything on the Universe contract, I may end up reaching out to you. But that's, I think there's only like 2 or 3 people that minted anything. So I'll end up reaching out to you guys and talking to y'all. But I'm going to move off the minting. But the big update is we're taking it down, but it'll be back up and, hopefully within the month or at the end of the month or early January. So marketplace. So recently, I think a lot of people have been seeing some alpha on Twitter about Optimism Marketplace. So just to give a little bit of feedback about that. So Kane of Synthetics is actually a contributor and like one of the original like people who helped Tyler kind of raise some like get some people together for Universe. He was one of the original like 30 people who helped with the NFPs. So Kane has been around for a while, and as some people know at Synthetics, they're helping facilitate all the production of Optimism. And so as some people may know, last week we got whitelisted for to deploy contracts on Optimism. So that's actually really exciting. And what that means is we're going to be the only, at the time, we're going to be the only marketplace on Optimism. So you're going to be able to mint NFTs, buy, sell, trade, auction. So all of our tools are going to be on Optimism. Part of the reason why we'll be able to do this is because we got whitelisted and the team is working with us. But we want to get something out really quick for them, and the EVM equivalence makes that very easy for us to do. So shout out to Optimism. They're doing some really badass stuff over there. If you guys want to look into EVM equivalence and what that means, I can drop an article on the YouTube so people can read into that. It's actually really cool. It's kind of makes it so that you can deploy any Ethereum-based contract on Optimism. I believe it takes a little bit of back-end reworking, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to go and deploy already written contracts that work on Ethereum directly to Optimism. And if anyone has experience coding, they know it's not as easy to do that with things like Polygon and other layer 2s and other blockchains when messing around with them. But yeah, that's super exciting. We're super excited about that. So yeah, that's been a big thing on Twitter. So we're super excited. Okay, next is auctions. So auctions is something we've been working on for a while. We've been doing a few rounds of audits because it is actually a pretty complicated contract and has needed about 3 rounds of audits. But luckily we have received our last round of audits, and it seems like everything is looking really good on that. Not exactly sure when we're going to have all that connected, but looks like auctions are going to be ready to go with all the other products Q1 2022 if there's no hiccups or holdups on that. Okay. Next, I just want to go over, I've been talking about this on the last few project calls, but if anyone hasn't been keeping up, there's a few yield farming opportunities, LeagueDAO and EnterDAO. You can just go to their yield farming pages and stake XYZ, and you can stake and yield farm. And then also you have the opportunity for DAO staking on the Universe DAO and participating in Universe governance. And speaking of governance, on the last project call, we've mentioned a Multiverse proposal. I'm not, Troy, did we get that proposal out and published? I know we brought it up on the last project call, and maybe we should bring it up again.
Yeah, so the proposal's in the signal or whatever we call it. Okay. And there's been some comments around it. It's been relatively positive. So I will be putting in a DAO vote around that soon, but I haven't had time. Okay. And then there will also be a vote for paying Fleek for the year. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, nice. So yep, 2 proposals, one for Multiverse and one for Fleek. So check that out. One's in Signal, and we will keep you guys updated on all of that. So really, we just have one more update, and it's around the polymorphs. I just want to give some information about the world of polymorphs because we have all been very busy building, and I think some of the community has seen us with our heads down building, and we haven't been really talking about or doing too much publicly about the polymorphs. But I do just want to reassure to everyone that we haven't forgotten about you guys. We've just kind of reverted back to what we originally said we were going to do, which is build our products that we wanted to. We had a lot of fun this year. We've been building, we've had our heads down, but we have some stuff ready to go for the polymorphs, but we're going to stick to our guns and get the products that we're in the home stretch for on this. We have one more polymorph contract under audit right now. It's basically our V2 audit. It's supposed to be back, but it's taking a little bit longer than anticipated. But once that's finished, we're going to be able to have polymorph gaming. We're going to be able to have feeless scrambling, and potentially a lot more coming into the future. There's one thing I do want to go over with people, because I think there is confusion about what exactly people are getting in the burn to mint, because there's kind of been a few pictures cycling around on Twitter of Clown Charles, and yesterday or the day before I tweeted a 3D rendering of Goldtooth, and a lot of people were curious to know what that was. So I'm just going to take a step back and forget about Goldtooth. We'll go back to the 2D 3D looking Clown Charleses that people have been posting. But so we're going to allow everyone with a polymorph to burn their original polymorph and get a V2 polymorph. And the way that this works is, so we all have 2-dimensional ones right now, and we don't want anyone to be have to force themselves to use a 3D. So what you're going to be able to do is choose if you want to burn to get a V2 two-dimensional. So it'd be like taking your polymorph and burning it for the same thing that you have, but you're getting a version 2. And what that version 2 is it's going to allow you to plug and play into all the polygon stuff that we have built and our battle game, and anything that we have in the future is going to work with these V2 polymorphs. We have to do it this way. It's just going to create more utility and use cases for the polymorphs. We're just going to be able to put them in more games. We're going to be able to do more fun stuff with them. And speaking of games, I know we've talked about this before, but we personally are working on 2 games. Line Chain is working on Morphland. I know George really hasn't allowed anyone to get too much insight on that, but I've seen it and it looks amazing. And I've also seen some of the stuff that Line Chain is working on for XyzDAO and some of the games that they're building, and I'm completely blown away by the gaming. I don't think that any crypto NFT collection has games like this that I see them building. I mean, maybe Illuvium that you could compare, but I mean, it's good what I'm seeing. And so yeah, shout outs to Line Chain. Line Chain is I don't think Line Chain gets enough credit, but they're always building just extremely cool stuff. It's like they were made for this. It was like they've been waiting to turn on the brain juice for all the NFT fun stuff. But yeah, and then we're also we've internally built a battle game. It's kind of like a roll of the dice battle game based off your character's attributes. And that one's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to gamble ETH, and that's going to go live after the marketplace. Like I said, we're focusing on, what we meant to build. The NFTs are fun, but at the end of the day, we want to get out what we said we were going to build instead of, build all this cool utility for the polymorphs first. We're doing it. I just want everyone to know we do have our priorities and we do want to stick to our guns. One other thing I want to mention is there's a protocol out called xyzDAO. They've been tweeting a lot about all sorts of NFT projects because they built a game that allows you to battle NFTs against each other. So right now you can take polymorphs and battle them in the xyzDAO game. I'm not completely sure how the game works. I'm not completely sure if like the contracts are all audited or whatever that is, but I'm actually supposed to hop on a call with xyzDAO soon, and I'm going to figure out exactly like what the whole deal is, what their mission is. I'm super interested. I love the idea of gaming that allows utility of any NFT, like basically being like, oh, we can plug this one in and anyone can play. I think that's a really cool idea. I think it's really cool for gaming. I think it's the next step. But yeah, check out xyzDAO. They're not affiliated with us. I don't really know those guys, but it looks cool what they're doing. And it seems like everyone else is super excited about that. But yeah, hopefully me and Ryan can hop on a call with those guys soon and really get to the bottom of what they want to do and see how like Universe and Polymorphs can align and see what kind of cool shit we can build with them as well. Okay, so that's the V2 polymorphs. Now, the 3D polymorph that I tweeted the other day, I just want to give everyone kind of that was kind of like an alpha tweet. We really haven't told anyone the stuff that we've been working on, but we have been working on a lot for polymorphs. And one thing that we are working on is metaverse capability. Those 3D voxelized files, though, like you can use those for so many things. You can use them for video games, animated TV shows, animations and videos. So once you create those 3D images, in those 3D files, it actually gives us a lot of versatility of like what we can do next. But they're not the easiest or quickest things to make. So while those photos I tweeted the other day are like alpha leak, they are for sure going to happen. And basically, we're probably leaning towards like maybe never make an NFT of those 3D things, but like just try to get utility for stuff like Sandbox, Decentraland, and then see what other cool things we can do with those files. Because as the technology advances and those files become more versatile, I think we'll be able to do really cool stuff. Ryan has already kind of been playing around and experimenting with the files. He's built a polymorph worship statue in crypto voxels. And I don't know where it is, but if you want to go worship Vitalik, the alien polymorph, Ryan may be able to drop a link to you guys so that you can go do that. But yeah. But yeah, guys, we have a ton we're working on. Just we have to stick to our guns and priorities and get out these marketplaces, or we're just never going to be able to get everything we want out. Because at this rate, we just gotta stick to our guns and not get distracted. Because everyone in this industry knows it's easy to get distracted with all the fun stuff going on. Okay, I think we have
a lot of code, so it's
what's
coming.
up, Tyler?
So we're about to drop a lot of code, so it's coming.
Yeah, like 150,000 lines of code. Something ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to check one last thing and then we can wrap up this call. I'm going to go into the Discord and let's check out if we have any community questions. There haven't really been too many community questions. Okay. There's no community questions. Okay, guys. Well, does anyone want to say anything? No. Okay. Well, today was, just me telling y'all everything. Y'all get to enjoy all these beautiful people. All right. Thank you, everyone. Hit like, subscribe, all the stuff, retweet, share. Love you all.